this, and you want that, and...
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm going in the ring. Stay tuned.
Don't do that.
Sensei is going to be getting me ready. And I'm going in. I'm going in because the MMA wave is so huge that it just takes away so much attention from real martial arts. You understand that MMA is training you a sport, and there's a big difference between sport and martial arts. And MMA is not martial arts.
You're going to prove that by joining the sport. How are you going to do that?
By
bringing a knife.
No. By
that.
I can't say it on camera, but
you know what?
I'm going to go in and wreck shop.
Yeah, get disqualified.
Okay.
That's all you're going to do.
That's fine. I'll get disqualified, but they will be in the hospital. And hopefully they'll have insurance.
You know what we call that? We call that poor sportsmanship.
Oh, well, I call that real life. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
The point is...
You'll see. One day you'll see.
You got to play their game their way and then beat them at their game. And then when you do...
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to prove anything because you're going to be doing MMA. So if you enter the ring and you beat them, okay, you'll have to be playing by their rules.
I get that.
And when you are playing by their rules, then
you'll be doing MMA.
So you're not proving that classical martial arts are any better than MMA because you're doing MMA. This genre, they've got it down pat where they're not going to be able to lose. The only way that they're going to lose is this is how they're going to lose. You get some MMA guys, right? Mm-hmm. And you get some Marines. Okay.
Marines have been beaten by MMA guys.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
No, they haven't.
There has.
No. You give those MMA guys a little village that they get to occupy.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And you tell those Marines that that's the insurgents and that they're there to cleanse. Take out that insurgents. Now,
right.
Marines. Then there's this essence. Okay, well, there's military arts,
right,
and there's sport. You know that will make sense.
The problem with MMA to me is I understand that would totally make sense.
And people all the time they go, oh well, Marines aren't doing martial arts. That's what it is. That is martial arts.
Right.
You know what? Oh well, the samurai didn't do it. Samurai was Japanese military. That's what it was. Japanese military. So you're telling me that I don't know about military martial arts? That's all I do.
Right.
I had James L.V.W.A just commented on one of my pictures, and he said that my students are very, very regimented and they're lined up like Japanese military, and I thought that was wonderful because he understands history. You know, these guys. They're saying, you know, martial arts, there's martial arts and there's this. Understand your history. Where does it come from? Where does it stem from? If you're doing classical Bujutsu, then you are doing military martial arts. There are firearms in your training. There are, you know, and it's not just about disarming that firearm, it's about discharging that firearm. You know, that's the thing. If you want to show MMA the difference, this is the difference. You know, it's pretty simple. You know, you grab a beer bottle, and you smack it over their head, and you go, "There's a difference." You know,
or you grab your friend, and you're like, "Here's the difference."
Yes.
You know, MMA is one-on-one fighting. That's not real. Not the life I've lived. I've seen people get beat up by multiple people. It was very rare to see a one-on-one fight where I grew up in Jersey. You would not see a one-on-one fight. Yeah. We called it. There's no fair and declare because it was Montclair, but we call it declare for short. There's no fair and declare. You're gonna fight two or more people every time.
And that's the thing. Like, I'm very adamant about loving all martial arts. I really am. But there are things that won't work. That's all. And they'll work great in the ring, and they won't work outside the ring.
But what I'm saying is, we train for multiple opponents. Wouldn't we take apart MMA people so easily? That's what I'm thinking.
Oh shit, them bugs getting wet on there.
Hey, you think I'm a champion, you fucker? Ah, who's on the ground? Boy!
You don't box a boxer. You don't do it.
Right, because you're in his rules. You're in his ring.
Look, I'm very confident. I'm a very confident man. I am with what I do. I've been doing martial arts for 30 years. I would not box a boxer. Now, do I think I could hold my own for a couple rounds? Depends on the boxer, right? I understand, I respect, and I appreciate skill. Now, you want to take that boxer? You want to put him in my field?
You won't survive.
I just became a whole lot more confident. Yeah, it's just it's just like that Brock Lesnar thing where he didn't know anything about ankle
heel hooks.
Well, when we take a look at the beginnings of the MMA, and everybody knows this, when you look at the Gracies, they were pulling cats into jiu-jitsu competitions.
And they didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu.
Really, guys? The Gracies weren't doing anything new. In fact, they were doing something that was very old. If the Gracies entered a jiu-jitsu competition, it wouldn't have been very impressive. Because they would have been facing people who were doing the same thing that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
What was amazing about the Ultimate Fighting Championship is you had a sumo wrestler that was going against the karateka. That sumo guy doesn't punch, he doesn't kick.
Man, those originals
they were crazy because you were like, wow, what the heck's going to happen?
They had a monkey dude, like he was like...
Yeah. Now, I mean, come on.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Now that's what made them their name. But you're not going to make, when the Gracies went to the Pride fight in Japan, they were getting beat left and right. Why? Because there's nothing new there. Are you going to do an ankle lock? We've got tons of ankle lock. Oh, you're going to bring me to the ground? That's what we do. Once the cat's out of the bag, it's not a surprise anymore.
Right.
But when it was brand new,
that's why they created their own.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. That MMA guy gets trained in Japanese military martial arts. He's not going to be surprised by me anymore, is he?
Mm-hmm.
When he knows that I'm packing and what I'm packing and how I know how to break things and stuff. Well, yeah, then he's not doing MMA anymore. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. If you took that MMA fighter and you brought him out of the ring and you start training him like crazy to deal with, sticks and knives and guns, and if you start dealing with, broken glass and projectile weapons and bone breaking and limb destruction, right? And then he beat me? Did he prove that MMA's better?
No, he proved that your art was better.
Because he's doing my art.
Right.
Okay, so here's the thing. So you're going to take away all of that stuff. You're going to enter the ring and you're going to prove that we're better? How?
I'm saying...
How? The best you could do is get disqualified. Look at this. And you lock him up the way he's not supposed to be.
Yeah, break something and get disqualified.
Disqualified. And then you've got poor sportsmanship.
No, not that. No. I become the guy that makes motherfuckers come to the fights because he's going to fucking break something and get disqualified on purpose.
You're going to go to jail.
No, I'm not. There's going to be MM guys lined up to take me out because now I'm Mr. fucking bad guy. I don't mind being the bad guy. But I will go in and purposely...
That's not going to prove
Yes, it will.
If I went in with a knife...
No, I can't go in there with the knife,
Okay, but that's the same thing.
And no, it's not.
Yes, it is. It is. That's the same thing. You're talking about going in with... Okay, there are specific things that you're not allowed to do. You go, this guy comes at you, right? This guy comes at you, and you listen, man. You start using psychology, and then you gouge his eyes.
Yeah.
You pop him in the throat.
Yeah.
And you wrench on his neck.
That's what's gonna
toss
happen.
him to the air.
That's
Okay.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah. First of all, he doesn't know anything about break falling. He goes upside down.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be done. That's hospital. That's why I said I hope he has insurance.
How is that any different than bringing a knife into the ring?
I just get disqualified. I don't go to jail.
Trust me, man.
I just get disqualified.
Trust me, man.
I signed the paper. He signed the paper.
Trust me.
I get disqualified.
You do. You're gonna be filmed by every angle.
Just don't put this out. Don't put this out until
This is a ridiculous debate.
I go in there, and my purpose is to get disqualified. I want my record to be all disqualifications, a.k.a. all wins.
There's no winning.
That is winning.
They
in our
don't
world,
see it as winning.
but the real martial arts practitioner will. They'll say, wait, he got disqualified for doing something that's pretty cool.
This man has the biggest ego in the world. He's being pushed to try to prove something that he cannot possibly prove. They're gonna, You're gonna have just as many naysayers. They're gonna be like, talk about unsportsmanship.
They're gonna try and ban me. I'm gonna be the Mike Tyson of MMA. They're gonna say this guy's record is all disqualifications. You sure you want to fight him?
Did Mike win the bout because he ripped
Mike
ear off? Does that make him a better boxer or something? Come on, it's just
wait. Let's think about this. Is Mike a better boxer for biting? No. But is he a better fighter? Okay.
Get out of here.
He's not a better boxer.
Ridiculous.
But in reality, he would win.
Oh, he would win.
Fight this in, buddy. Fight this in. I want to be that guy.
That's what you're going to do.
That's what
you're
I'm
going
gonna
to enter in. You're going to bite the guy in
Purposely
the
get
cheek.
disqualified.
Spit.
I'll probably get fined.
Flesh.
I'll probably get fined like $200 after like the 10th
think?
disqualification.
After the 10th
They're gonna call and say,
disqualification.
wait, this guy Brian Sheldon, he's actually in the ring to get disqualified. We just found this is the 10th one. He's doing it on purpose. We got to start finding him.
He's ripping their skin. He's put his fingers through people's eye sockets.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like you.
No, but they're gonna sign me up for the best fights. They're gonna be like, okay, listen, let's not keep him out of the ring. Let's put him up against the best guys and get his ass kicked, and then he'll leave it himself. They're gonna sign me up to fight the best guys.
That might happen.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think there's money in.
Sure there is. There's money in seeing an asshole get his ass beat. I'm gonna be that asshole.
That's ridiculous.
Everybody would throw money into that.
That's ridiculous.
We want to see the best MMA guy fuck this asshole up for fucking up our sport. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy that fucks up MMA.
I have a colleague of mine. He was one of my classmates for years. Jaimito. And Jaime, he went into jiu-jitsu competitions and he won half of them and he got disqualified for the other half. He doesn't have a huge reputation. He doesn't have a lot of money. Nobody pays attention to these guys.
Well, after I break somebody's arm, I'm just going to laugh really hard.
To be the bad guy.
Yeah.
That's not you.
I know it's not.
You're a Christian man.
Oh, come on. Don't pull the Christian card on me. Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's nonsense. And you're going to do that for what? For the glory? It's just nonsense, man.
To wake people up, man.
No. They're not
This
going to get woken up
MMA
by
wave it needs to stop.
No.
And I need to be the man.
Life is cyclical. You stick to your guns, and it's like the Bible says, a man's gifts will make a way for him.
Yes, they will.
And here's the thing.
And they have. I'm going to go in and get this one.
Let's be truthful. We may not see it in our lifetimes, an appreciation for ancient Japanese military arts. That may not happen. Not a serious one. Not like MMA. MMA's huge. But is that why we're doing it? We're doing it because we love the genre that we're in. We're not doing it to prove anything. All these naysayers, they're getting your goat. Why? You know, I have the easiest argument in the world. Easiest argument in the world for them. You think that you can beat me doing what I do? I'm going to hit you with my car. Yeah. And then you get out, right? Come out of the gym all sweaty in your shorts, and I'll hit you with my car, with my truck, my big truck. I'll hit you with my car or my truck. And when I hit you, right, then after I hit you, I'll back over you, and then when I'm certain that there's no threat to me, I'll come out and I'll break what's left. There's a difference between war, combat, and sport. And you can't bring combat, war, into that sport. You can't. You can't. You know what I would do if I was forced into an MMA match?
Mm-hmm.
I'd take my pants off. What? First, I start with the psychological.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use those pants too to strangle him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to use any weapon I can find. It's going to be like prison tactics, you know, where I'm coming up with the closest shiv I can find, and I'm going to kill this guy.
Right.
Because there's no way that I'm going to fight a fight his way. I'll get my ass kicked. I'm going to go into an MMA competition here. This is what all these idiot people online are saying. Well, why don't you enter MMA? Why don't you enter MMA? Okay, well, here's my skill set. Okay? I train double knife. I train multiple attackers. I train staffs of all different sizes: 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot, 3 foot, 9-inch stick, 2 foot staffs. Right? I train chains. I train handguns. I train rifles.
Fukudaki,
Yes,
chain,
you know,
Metsubushi.
right? Net techniques,
Right.
damage. I train blinding powders. I train, how to use my shirt. I train improvised weapons. I train this. I train that. And now you want to take my skill set and you want to throw it away, and you tell me, oh, but you can keep a little bit. You could use that a little bit. This has been done before. Life is cyclical. This has been done before. This is how judo got their name. Here's the deal, guys. Maybe some of you don't remember, because none of us were born yet. Those that know their history know that judo swept Japan and judo beat everybody. Judo was the #1 martial art in Japan. Is that true? No. They were fighting all the Koryu masters. This is really, MMA is tried and true because maybe the marketers did some research and found out how to win, or life is cyclical and it's just happening again.
So what you're saying is we need to start thumb wrestling.
And saying, listen, all your MMA skills, they're not allowed here.
Out the door. That's all you get right there.
This is all you get. Because that's what it was. Judo swept Japan. They went to all the Koryu masters. These Koryu masters, masterful with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
They'll kill anybody with a sword. And they said, oh, we challenge you to fight. And the swordsman's like, dude, okay, I'll cut you up, And they go, oh, no. To accept our challenge, you must drop the sword. I go, what? Oh, and you can't wear armor. What? Right? That's what I do. That's what I do. No. We're going to have a judo match. I go, okay, well, all right. Oh, by the way, you can't strike to break bones. Well, what did I do? Oh, and those locking throws in which you create a concussive blow to kill someone, you're not allowed to do that. These are warriors. All they know how to do is kill. That's what they've been trained since they were kids. Kill. This is how you kill this guy. This is how you kill this guy. This is how you kill this guy. Now all your moves are now illegal. Now, would you like to fight me or not? Well, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Like, I don't know how to do what you do. And go, yeah, well, if you're too much of a pussy, well then I guess I win. Oh, are you gonna say no to this match? No, I guess I'm gonna try my best and dumb down my art to such a degree that I'm doing what you're really good at. And no, I guess I'm not gonna be good at it. It's really strange. It's we could do 1,000 analogies. It's like a master home builder, right? Gets challenged to a person who can build things on Minecraft.
Or
Legos, right? Like, here, we'll sit down on this computer and show me how to build a city in Minecraft. It's like, dude, I construct steel structures, and I know how to, No. You don't want a challenge? You can't build things? It's like, yeah, I can build things, just maybe not in Minecraft, or maybe not with Legos. The thing is that this has happened before. They went to all the bone breakers, and Judo said, you can't bone break. Now you want to challenge. They went to all the limb destruction guys, the guys that hit nerve points and pressure points, and they go, oh, well, you can't do that. You can't do that. All the,
But my point is this, Sensei. How are they going to know?
What did they prove, though? They proved that they're the #1 martial art in Japan. Judo is. Because they beat everybody. How did they beat them?
Because guys like us didn't find a way to beat them.
No. They forced everybody
to fight their rules. I get that. But what I'm saying is, we can't sneak a sword, right? The judo guys or the samurai guys couldn't sneak a sword into the judo match. They couldn't sneak a knife into the match, right? So they said, we're not going to do it, or they did it their way and they lost.
Yeah.
But at this point, in this time frame that we're in...
By the way, they didn't lose. There was a misnomer. There were guys, because this is going to blow your argument out of the water.
Okay.
Here it is. There were guys, the Fusenryu. Mm-hmm. The Fusenryu were a Koryu-derived ryu. They came from Koryu. Their techniques did. And they trained a specific randori in which they didn't do joint locks, and they did strangulations, but not dangerous, not necessarily super dangerous ones where your neck could snap and stuff. So when the judo guys were like, "You want to? We were going to challenge you," the Fusenryu were like, "Okay," and they go, "But no bone breaking." Okay, but no throws like against joints. Okay, no this, no that, and the Fusenryu were like, "Yeah, we do that anyway." And the Fusenryu mopped the floor with them. And you know what judo did? He said, "The only reason why you beat us is because you were doing judo. Therefore, judo's never been beaten." So.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So
You
Fusenryu.
were using our art, so really it's our art that wins anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but my point is.
You can't win. That's my point.
Okay, I hear your point. What I'm saying is,
History has dictated.
they've never experienced martial artists like us going into the MMA range.
Sure they have.
I don't think they have. Because listen, I've done research. I've researched, and you guys do this at home, I've researched MMA disqualifications. You know how many videos come up?
Not too many.
I can count them on both hands.
Okay?
So what I'm saying is, it's so new. It's such a new
You
sport.
think it's foreign.
It's such a new sport that they won't even be able to see what the fuck a disqualification is. And we'll end up mopping the floor, but in 10 years they'll figure it out. Like, oh, they fucking hit a pressure point there. That's how they, holy shit, he did that there. And then it'll be 10 years later and we'll fucking...
I had known this guy in high school. In high school, his name was, his last name was Finkbinder. Finkbinder would like to coach. My high school's kind of obsessed with wrestling. Really obsessed with it. They're getting into being. I guess now they're more into football. But when I graduated Saucon Valley High School, they were obsessed with wrestling. And there's this guy Finkbinder, and all the wrestlers knew that if you wanted to really win, Finkbinder would teach you how to win. And he was brutal. I mean, like, his training was brutal. He was just super endurance, super this, super that. But the way he taught you how to win was like, when this guy's holding you like this, then you reach in and you grip his flesh in his armpit and you do this. And the ref can't see it because it's this way.
Yeah.
Now, his guys, right, totally dominated, but they all cheated. And it's not cheating because they weren't called on it.
Right.
It's a sport, man. It's a sport.
That's right.
When I first started playing football, I was always a martial artist. When I first started playing football, and I didn't play it for very long. I didn't play it for a team, but we would play in the field and in the playground. And I don't know how to play football. I don't know anything about football. But like, Dave, come on, you know martial arts, so just do what you know. I entered in on people. I clotheslined them. I threw them.
If I could play football now,
I kicked them in the chest.
with this art,
I wasn't playing football, and it didn't take too long for no one to ever want to play football with me again. I don't know. He's trying to tackle me, and I'm not going to let that happen. So, I roundhouse kicked his legs out from him, and then watched him fall, and then I grabbed his ball and ran. That's not football.
Right.
And nobody wants to play with me.
Right.
And at the time, I'm 14 years old. I'm like, oh man, I'm awesome. But no, I wasn't awesome. It's ridiculous.
Well, according to football rules.
That's the same thing.
But it's real life. You did the same thing. Listen, you did what you had to do to get that damn ball. Life doesn't have rules.
What you need to do, if you want to prove a point, is you need to start your own octagon.
Oh!
Make it a circular ring. Okay? And you need to pull MMA guys into your field. And then you show them the light. Right? When they come in, it's like some medieval shit. When they come in, it's like, pick your weapon. Right? And then you get to pull out, a stick and a knife. And then they pick up something and they're like, right? And you go, let's go. Now there, you can beat them and cut them up. And then you go, see, much better martial arts than you. Look, Filipino martial arts, one of my favorite martial arts. Now, I don't do Filipino martial arts, but it's one of my favorite martial arts. Do you know there's not a real Filipino martial arts, there's not a man in MMA that could stand up to a Filipino martial artist.
I did Filipino martial arts too. My other sensei that like locked me up in the room and was like beating me up all day, every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that was kind of like some underground shit. I learned them up, but got beat up pretty good.
Okay, so Filipino martial arts. This guy's got 2 sticks or a stick and a knife.
Yeah.
You're not gonna enter in and do an MMA challenge with this guy because he'll kill you.
Right.
So, who's a better martial artist? Who's a better martial artist?
The guy with the stick and the knife.
Yeah, in our view, that's pretty darn simple. In an MMA view, because they got the blinders on, they go, "Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair."
Right. See, but that not fair shit is like bullshit. I want to go in there and fuck them up.
But you can't. You got to take them out of the ring.
No, I want to fuck them up in the ring.
That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's what they all tell me to do. Well, why don't your guys compete? Why don't you? Because I'm not training them to compete.
Okay, we got to do this off camera, but we're going to talk about this because I need to.
What's to talk about? What's to talk about?
Strong.
All right. Next up.
Technique of the week.
Well, not just the balance.
It's like shoulders. People have difficulty at first seeing the attached body. When they see movement, they all think that it's just here. But it's not. It's here. Well, if I were to just move my pinky, like he grabbed my pinky, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't do anything. But if I backed my pinky up with my hand, right, and then I backed my hand up with my wrist, and then I backed my wrist up with my elbow, and then I moved from here. Damn, man, that pinky's doing some stuff. You know? Is it the pinky that's doing it? No, because watch me fight with this pinky. Take this ring! That's not going to do anything. But through this connection, oh man, I'll lock somebody up with the pinky. I'll take somebody out with the pinky. Am I really taking them out with the pinky? No. Oh yeah. There's more to it. From here, right? Here.
I think I'm a basic understanding of
Makes sense?
A little more.
Yeah. It's like me saying like this. This is a silly analogy, but go get him. Hit him. This isn't doing anything by itself. It is about the form that's connected to it. It is about the projection of the body, proper projection. That's what's going to do it. When I see you shrugging your shoulders and not having a good effect, I'm going, yeah, his shoulders aren't doing shit. Yeah, his shoulders aren't going to be able to do much. That's like, do it! Get him! It's everything that's behind how it transfers in. So, we got the idea. Now put it into practice. If I start moving this, my shoulders can't help but move. There's a streamline attachment, so there's nothing that I can. It would be hard to move this without moving these guys. So forget about the shoulders. That's hard to do. But forget about the shoulders and project from here. It's hard to do because that's the part that's being held. But if I focused on the pinky, I'd never do anything. That's what people think that's fake because they're looking here. So they're like, how's he gonna do anything there? They're right. I'm not doing anything here. No, there's no way I can do anything there. It's just not gonna happen. That's what they're refusing to see, and that is the only thing. That's the only thing that I see. That's the only thing I want you to see. I don't want you looking here. That point of connection can be anything. I've done demonstrations where the guy gets to hit me, right? Oh, right? And here,
we create force through connection. We transfer force. Right?
You know, through hard dedication, work, camaraderie, I'm pleased to say that I'm now part of the Rue that I always wished I had. I mean, when I was going through it, as a little tangent, my sensei always preached this concept of like the Rue is your family and everything, but we were really at each other's throats. I mean, we didn't like each other. We kind of hated each other, and there was a respect that grew from the hatred, but we knew that each one of us would take the other one out if we got the chance, which is not a very positive Rue. Things had changed as I got older and I became a senior student. Things changed a lot, but when I was a junior student, a beginner student, it was very cutthroat, and it's just the way it was. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to recreate that. I wanted to create this brotherhood that I could believe in and that I could be proud of being a part of. Nothing. I'm not saying anything bad about what I went through. I went through it because I had to, and my brother-in-law stated something that didn't make any sense to me, but I guess it makes sense right now. I said to him, I was talking to him about joining the Marine Corps, and I said, "Are you happy that you joined the Marine Corps?" And he goes, "Absolutely." And I said, "Would you do it all again?" He said, "If you had the chance, would you do it over again?" He said, "Absolutely not." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" Brian's a Marine. He knows. So it was weird because I was like, "Wait, what? You're really happy? You're proud of it? You're really excited about being a Marine? But if you had to do it over again, there's no way you would."
There's no way.
So that was really awkward, and I can understand that. I mean, I'm really pleased with the journey that I went through and what I attained, and I'm appreciative of it. But is that something that I wanted to be a part of? No. And if I knew all the things that I would have had to do, all the hoops that I'd have to jump through to get to the place that I am, would I do it again? I didn't want to think that because I don't want to think about that because I fear of the answer. I would rather just think about where I am now and be grateful and thankful that I'm here. I don't want my guys to feel that way. I want you to be thankful of every single moment along the journey. As difficult as I make it for you guys, attacking you, 5-on-1 and stuff, it's horrible. Jumping you in the middle of the night, it's horrible. But at the same time, I want you I'm so glad I'm here. These guys, these guys die for me, and I die for them.
Absolutely.
You know.